Sometimes you don't want to just play a game. Sometimes you want to live it. You want to close your eyes, turn that analog stick or mouse in a random direction and just start walking to see what you'll find. I've taken that into account in our list of the best open world games you can dive into right now on current gen consoles and PC. Just remember to surface in a couple of months, for the sake of your personal hygiene if nothing else.
It's funny that in a place called Hope County, there are fanatics that believe the end of the world is coming.
Eden's Gate might sound like a picturesque location, and it actually is, when you're not busy fighting cultists or fleeing from a very angry bull, that is. Far Cry 5 has you taking on the Project at Eden's Gate, a doomsday cult headed by man-bun-loving Joseph Seed, but don't let that interrupt your exploits. Unlike previous Far Cry games, you can access the entire region as soon as you're finished with tutorial missions, allowing you to glide, drive, or just sprint through the dense Montana landscape and take down the cult's outposts, much like previous Far Cry games. This time you can have a mountain lion, dog, or bear at your side though, making it instantly 14% better. Because who doesn't want something furry to pet after shooting a ton of bloodthirsty folks in the face? Some games have you trying to find a cherished family member, others make you the chosen one. Fallout New Vegas makes you a courier who just really wants to find the prick who shot you in the head. You might have to get used to the Nevada wasteland's yellow tones, but once you do, there's so much to discover, from the ruthless Caesar's Legion to becoming a major player in Mr. House's political game at the New Vegas Strip, or figure out just what's going on with the many abandoned vaults in the region. Story absolutely saturates New Vegas, and with its grounded main questline, there's really no other Fallout game like it.
Let's go, pal.
Okay, this time someone's taken your baby and you need to get him back. Mind you, it's not really that big a deal. Hear me out. Fallout 4's potential is just too tantalising to ignore for long. Its surprisingly colourful world of Boston is stuffed with quests. Follow the Freedom Trail, investigate mysteries with the unforgettable synthetic detective and SAS master Nick Valentine, try and liberate synths with the railroad, explore a haunted house, or just loot everything, and everyone, in sight to build up a mountain of caps. Play however the heck you want and see how it influences your followers, adding an extra layer of depth to this post-apocalyptic open-world game. Just don't set the world on fire. Ever wondered where those dagger-loving assassins came from? Assassin's Creed Origins has all the answers, and it's no coincidence that the best Assassin's Creed game yet is also one of the best open-world games out there. A buzz of activity courses through every city and village, with NPCs going about their daily chores as you ride around as Bayek and Medjay, kind of like an ancient Egyptian policeman who's about to get entangled in a pyramid's worth of story-dense side quests. When you're not taking down crocodiles or hippos, you'll be helping out your fellow Egyptians, and the world is just so full of things to see that just spending a day diving underwater will lead you to brand new, well, ancient, but you know what I mean, ruins and Easter eggs. As well as being one of the best PS4 games around, Horizon Zero Dawn is also one of the most original titles to come out since BioShock. I'm not kidding. Taking place in a post-apocalyptic world where tribes hunt robots in a lush, overgrown landscape, you're put in the shoes of Aloy, the razor-sharp outcast. Hunt robots sneakily or with your dizzying range of weapons as you uncover the mysterious past of the old ones, their ruins dotted through this massive open-world game being sure to keep your interest at its highest peak. Breathtaking surroundings mean that even after you've hoovered up the side quests, just traversing the map is a joy, whether you stop to take advantage of its photo mode or not. The New Game Plus mode even keeps Horizon challenging and begs you to revisit it even when the main quest is done and dusted. Trust me, it's truly phenomenal. See that mountain? You can climb it. You can also attach octopus balloons to a raft to float into the air, or turn a fallen tree into a deadly projectile. Mixing up the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild's ingenious mechanics is what makes its open world so deliriously freeing, as it encourages that special breed of mad scientist experimentation, so it's no surprise that it's one of the best Nintendo Switch games available right now, as well as one of the best open world games. Instead of quests propelling you around most of the map, you'll find curiosity getting the better of you most of the time, as Breath of the Wild's landmarks are downright intriguing and offer the chance to find out more about the world before Calamity Ganon struck. Or you could hunt down the 600 adorable Korok seeds, or perfect your cooking repertoire, or take on a Lionel, or you get the idea. The Wild West is on its last legs and you're there to see its final steps. Red Dead Redemption is a swan song for the dying age of cowboys, outlaws and frontier towns, which will become all too clear when you're galloping through its scrubland as former outlaw John Marston, pondering whether you can ever retire from a life of crime. Prepare to feel like a tiny speck in Rockstar's massive world thanks to breathtaking scenery and the vast open spaces. But feeling lost in the colossal scale of the game is the whole point of Red Dead Redemption. Its sparse surroundings prove just how hard it is to survive in the inhospitable land. The quests will force you into all the map's nooks and crannies, and its characters, especially John Marston, are so well written that they won't budge from your memory. Get some handkerchiefs ready. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Magic.
Come on, Grand Theft Auto 5 was always going to be in the top 3 best open world games. You know it, I know it. It's the most successful entertainment product of all time, for Christ's sake. Driving through the winding streets, taking advantage of certain adult clubs, skydiving, stabbing sharks with knives, tracking a serial killer, running from the police, or fighting them if you're thirsting for that 5-star wanted rating, going full Trevor and causing as much chaos as possible. And do I really need to carry listing all the stuff you can do? Grand Theft Auto is a web of criminal exploits and mind-boggling potential, with every single inch of the world filled with NPCs to manipulate, missions to hunt down, or just colossal heights of shenanigans to engage in. It will swallow you whole, spit you out, and have you itching for more. Skyrim's world doesn't revolve around you. Somewhere in the wilds there's a necromancer trying to animate a skeleton. At the same time during the day you'll find a pack of bandits taking on a giant, those poor fools, or wander into a nearby village only to have a dragon attack it when you're stumbling out of the inn. Skyrim is made for stories, and it's so eager for you to sample its delights that even if you were to avoid every major settlement, you'd still run into 30% of the quests out in the wild. The map is just filled with stuff to do. Bizarre things to see, creatures to impale with sharp implements, NPCs to pickpocket, creepy Dwemer ruins to explore, oh, and dragons to fight. Even after playing it for a casual 100 hours, those are rookie numbers by the way, there are still quests that you won't have found and hidden bosses waiting to be slayed. It's hard to overestimate the impact Skyrim has had on the lives of gamers everywhere, but to get a good idea of its effect, you're best off jumping in and starting your new life in its world. Geralt isn't perfect. His surroundings aren't perfect either. War ravages most of the countryside with bloodthirsty creatures who don't even stick to the shadows anymore, preying on innocent civilians, while others try to keep their identity secret in the human-dominated landscape. Yet that's what makes The Witcher 3 the best open-world game to play right now. Because everything is broken in its own special way, there's always something plastered on peeling notice boards for Geralt to do, for gold of course. Stick to the dirt country roads and help villagers with the monsters baying at the door while they look at you and your yellow eyes with suspicion, negotiate with a well-meaning poltergeist in the middle of a city, or just uncover all those mysterious question marks dotted over the map. The Witcher 3's imperfect world makes for a perfect game, meaning it's set an incredibly high bar for the future of open world games. So that's the 10 best open world games to play right now. Let us know your favourites in the comments below, click the box on the left for more content from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on Games Radar Plus.